In the previous video, we had a look at the Tara McPherson Kidrobot colorway of the 11-inch tall Wonder Woman art figure. In this video, we're going to be having a look at the very limited 300 release of the black and white variant of the Tara McPherson Wonder Woman. Previously, New York City artist Tara McPherson has worked with Kidrobot on the Care Bears Tenderheart Bear art figure, the Kidrobot Black Cthulhu, the Gamma Mutant Space Friends miniseries, The Adventures of Ace and Ion, and the Femme Fatale Dunny series. Now they're collaborating here on the art figure of Wonder Woman. The previously looked at, like I said in the previous video, we had a look at the traditional colorway. Now this is the Kidrobot.com exclusive grayscale version. It's limited to 300 pieces worldwide, and the best place to get it is head over to www.kidrobot.com. Like we had done with the colorway version, I'm going to take the tape measure and put it next to the figure. I know the figure is touted as being 11 inches in height, but actually, if you look at the tape measure, the figure is actually, or statue for that matter, is only actually 10.5 inches, not 11 inches. And obviously, looking at the black and white version, you're probably going to want to see what it looks like next to the colorway. And there they are, side by side. Price point on these, by the way, the colorway version of Wonder Woman is going to be $100 over on Kidrobot's website. The very limited release black and white version is going for $125, so it's about a $25 price point. You can see really that the figure does drastically change, despite for the fact that the molds are exactly the same to one another. Obviously the bases and everything else are identical, but really the color swap outs is really what makes these so unique to one another. The best place to start with those comparisons is the heads. Now, on the colorway version, the one obviously on your left, you'll see that she does have the starburst, that light blue starburst effect that's around her eyes. This one doesn't have it. Well, it doesn't have it necessarily unless you're looking at it really closely. At face value, it does look like those are completely removed. However, if you look really close, they're still there. They're just of such a lighter shade that they almost blend in with the coloring of her face here. I have to admit, as much as I love the colorway version of Wonder Woman, I especially love, though, the black and white version of her. Granted, she is going to be a little bit more on the rarer side, but I do really like the lighter nature of the coloring of both her skin and her outfits. Now, of course, Wonder Woman here on the left, the colorway version did have that slightly off greenish tinted skin, whereas the Wonder Woman here, I guess to some extent has the more traditional colors, even though it's really not colors that are making up her. It's more like just different shades of black and white. In fact, the only coloring that pops on this particular figure, and really somewhat of it could be the lasso. It's got slightly of a gold, kind of brownish gray color, but really the only color that shows up on this entire statue from head to toe is the very bright crystal eyeshadow and the very bright blue eyes here. That's it. Everything else on her is black and white. I really do kind of like that. They could have even given the eyeshadow the same gray treatment and only keep the eyes to a blue, but either way, I think that stands out rather nicely amongst the backdrop of the otherwise gray nature of this statue here. Not really sure why I didn't spend a lot of time talking about the hair on the previous Wonder Woman, but it gives me a chance to talk about that now. I like the flow of the hair, especially liking these little side areas, these little side strands of hair that are draping down the front. As a result of that, you don't see Wonder Woman's ears, nor are they likely in there. but I do like kind of like how those drape down on the sides. The hair definitely has a nice flow to it. There's only the few grabbings of hair here that are separate from one another. The majority of the hair is actually just one flowing shape and peaks itself off to a point here. Really, it's a matter of preference as to which one you prefer more. So, of course, this one's got a lot more color happening to it. But again, I feel like I'm slightly moving over towards this one just because it's got a more monotone sort of color scheme. Again, the lasso still forms out the heart, which I guess is a carried over design for Tara McPherson's pieces. Again, having already looked at the Tenderheart bear art figure that we looked at before, which was also Tara McPherson's and Kidrobot's collaboration. Also really liking the shape of Wonder Woman, and let me explain what I mean by that. She's got a more natural looking body. She's not very skinny, nor is she overly muscular. She's got a very natural looking flow and shape to her form, and I do really like that. I still like the shape and more so the pose that they've got her standing in. One long straight leg, again standing up on its tippy toes, and then the other leg is bent to the side. I really like the strength that she's got with holding the lassos on both ends here, and you've got the looplets happening on either end with that, once again, that heart we're going back to again, heart forming out around the chest area here. Dark colors on that other Wonder Woman here now show up as more of a dark gray. So like in areas here, which would have been the red on the colorway version, here you get more of a darker, almost borderline blackish gray, and an even darker shade of that gray happening around the lower area of her outfit. Everything here, I feel as if almost, even though it is the exact same sculpt, I appreciate the sculpt, I think, a little bit more so here on the black and white version. It seems to, you get almost a better feel for the actual mold, and it doesn't have as much the colors. I don't want to say detracting from the figure, because that's really not the case at all. But I think I, again, feel like I'm moving a little bit closer towards liking the black and white myself versus the colorway. Of course, going the route of the black and white version also means that this one is much more limited in release. Worldwide, you're only looking at 300 pieces. So for fans of Wonder Woman, you may want to add this to your collection, but you may want to head over right away to www.kidrobot.com and order this one before it sells out. The colorway version is going to be of a larger quantity, so either or. Again, my preference, I think, is the black and white version, but I think both have beautiful sculpts, no matter what color scheme they go with. Maybe also would like to see this one get released in another color variation as well. Maybe like a sepia tone or something where an off shades of brown and stuff kind of give it a vintage look. But either way, let me know down below what you guys think of these particular statue releases from Kidrobot and New York artist Tara McPherson. Today we were having a look at the Kidrobot McPherson collaboration, and this was the not quite 11 inches, even though they advertise it as 11 inches. It's closer to being a 10.5 inch tall art figure of Wonder Woman. If you guys want to check out some more Kidrobot reviews, you can head over to my playlist called Kidrobot. You'll have a chance to check out all the unboxings as well as art figures that I've had on this channel. Certainly more videos, guys, will also be coming your way, so make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys next time.